Hey there, it's Juju, and it's day 93. I'm sitting in my car outside of Soledad, CTF Soledad State Prison. I just got out of another 8 hours with alternatives to violence, and it's really windy out there, so I decided to just film this in my car as I'm reflecting about today's session. So, alternatives to violence teaches nonviolence, and it's 3 8-hour days, which is a big commitment, both, for the volunteers and for the men, but it's a really joyous experience. So today, some of the things that we focused on were empathy and forgiveness, but one of the things that really touched me, and this is a story that I hear over and over when I'm in prison. The question was, when was the first time that violence truly affected your life? And for me, I have not had a lot of violence in my life, and so it took me to think to when I was 20. But for all the brothers in blue, as we call the incarcerated men, they all were exposed to violence at very young ages, 3, 5, 7, and the kind of violence of seeing people shot and killed in front of you, losing parents, losing family, losing brothers, and just living in neighborhoods and communities where violence is so normalized, that's all you know. What do you know at 5 years old, and even trying to, understand what that violence is or what death is, and just to be exposed to that and how that, that trauma affects you, and also, you don't know any better, and you don't have other options necessarily. And as a privileged person who had a loving family and was not exposed to a lot of violence in my community or at my school, it is it's hard to hear these stories, but it also gives me a level of understanding. But the story doesn't end there. It doesn't, and the other thing we talked about was forgiveness. And how do you forgive yourself when you have taken a life? And don't think that, these men don't struggle with that. That it's that, and I'm not speaking for all of the men, but these are men that are working, towards transformation and healing. And some of them, one of the questions was, have you forgiven yourself? And we had really deep discussions about that. So I enjoy this program so much. And then there's also, lighter moments. It's a well-designed program so that when you have those kind of heavy things, then it also is followed by joy. You can see the bonding that is happening amongst the men. A lot of them didn't know each other. They said, I would have made a bunch of assumptions about who you are. And to see, it is just so special to be a part of this journey. So this is Juju, unfiltered, definitely unedited, unscripted. Lead with love, and have a great day.